Hello, ladies. Welcome back to my prenatal yoga channel. Today, we're going to focus on breathing tips, exercises, and yoga poses to help us breathe a little better. So, if you missed last Wednesday's class, I went over why we have shortness of breath during pregnancy and how to fix that. So, some tips and exercises. So, today, we're actually going to get moving, doing some flows, specifically opening up through our side body as well as opening and expanding through our chest to help us expand through our ribs, which is going to help us bring more oxygen. Okay, so just like any class, grab your 2 blocks, maybe bolster, maybe blanket, and your strap just in case. And we'll come to a comfortable seated position just like this. Feel free to sit on your bolster, blanket, or block. All right. So if you haven't been practicing the breathing or you're still a little confused, again, I suggest you going back to next week's or last week's breathing tip and exercise class. All right. So we're going to right away come into that comfortable seated position, keeping your shoulders stacked right over your hips, finding a nice neutral spine, open through your chest, but slightly draw the front ribs in and feel your core hug into your lower back. Then relax your shoulders, elongate through the back of your neck, close your eyes, relax all your face muscles. So, number one tip to help you breathe better throughout your pregnancy is to relax. The more you're tensing up, the more it's going to be challenging for you to breathe. Okay? And remember, that's with everything else, not just throughout your pregnancy, but throughout your entire work life, home life, throughout your practice in yoga. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep inhale. And exhale. Feel free to take open mouth exhales as much as you like. Inhale. Exhale. Try to create that audible noise, that oceanic noise. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Gently blink your eyes open. Release your right fingertips next to your right hip. And as you inhale, stretch your left arm up and over your face. Maybe gaze up if it's okay with your neck, but keep your chin away from your chest. Option to keep your left elbow bent, but getting a deeper stretch into your left arm. Straighten out your left arm. Internally rotate your left arm here so your pinky is slightly in. Root down your left sit bone. Open your chest. Expand through your side ribs. Inhale, center. Release your left fingertips and side body stretch to the right. Keep your right shoulder away from your ear. Slightly peel your right ribs back, keeping your chest and heart open. Again, find that internal rotation through your left arm. Lift up through both waist and sink a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, mountain pose, and exhale back to side body stretch to your right. So we're just gonna go moving breath to movement. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, lean to your right. Do 2 more on your own. A good way to expand through your breath, bringing more oxygen into your body, is also by elevating your arms over your head, which expands your ribs. Remember, you are sharing oxygen with your baby, so if you have shortness of breath, it's normal, but this is going to help both you and your baby. Good. As you come back to center, bring your hands to your heart. Good. From here, release your hands behind your lower back. I'll go ahead and switch to the side so you could see where my hands are positioned. They're just directly behind my lower back. You could stay on top of your fingertips, then roll your shoulder heads back, open through your chest, lift up through your sideways like you're pulling your belly button up towards your chest. Then gaze up, but don't crunch the back of your neck so much. So you're just gazing up with your eyeballs, slightly lifting your chin away from your chest. So a lot of times to help you breathe, it's really important to open up through the front side of your body. Holding for another 3. Lift your shoulder blades up into your chest for 2. And 1. Good. Come up to a neutral spine, then interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulder heads back again, and this time press your fist down towards the floor. It might not touch the floor, and that's okay. You're still lifting up through your side waist. Lift your lower back up into your belly button. Lift your shoulder blades up into your chest. So you're only finding that nice extension through your upper back. Good. Inhale. And exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Let's interlace the opposite thumb on top, and let's take one more chest expansion whenever you're ready. Feel free to keep your elbows bent or straight, stretching into your pec muscles, into your shoulders and your arms. Gaze up, but don't just drop your head back. This is also helping you to strengthen your neck. Last inhale, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. And exhale, slowly release. Good. Come back to a neutral spine, and then right away you should feel more open. A lot of times we tend to hunch around, finding more of a flexion to the upper back. We want to keep that neutral. Good. From here, place your right hand behind your lower back, left hand on top of right thigh. If you're already in your second and third trimester, don't twist too much, especially from your navel. Focus more on peeling your right shoulder back. Good. Keep your navel in, lengthen your tailbone down. Other side. Left hand behind your lower back, right hand on top of left thigh. Again, you're more than welcome to tee out your left arm. If you still haven't watched my do's and don'ts for prenatal yoga, that was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. Please watch that first before you start my prenatal yoga channel. Good. Come back to center. Awesome. You're going to come into tabletop position. So plant your palms in front of you. Stack your wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, drop your belly, bend your elbows slightly back. Lift your chest, but drop your shoulders away from your ears. Gaze all the way up to open up the front of your throat. As you exhale, push your hands into the floor, straighten your arms without hyperextending your elbows. Tuck your chin towards your chest and round through your upper back. Keeping this roundness in your upper back, crunch your left side body like you're trying to touch your left shoulder to left hip, elongating through your right side body. Good. Come back to center. Keep your upper back rounded. Crunch into your right side body. Find length through your left side. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Lift your tailbone. Stretch into your abdominals. Exhale, cat pose. Take side body stretches one last time. So it kind of feels like you're wagging your tail. Good. Come back to tabletop position. Now, flip your toes, lift your knees, and walk your feet all the way up towards the top of your mat. Keep your feet hip-width distance apart. If you need to, you could always widen your stance a little wider. Take your forward folds. Make sure your belly fits through your thighs. Bend your knees. Relax your head. Feel free to sway side to side or shift forward and back. Good. As you inhale, rise all the way up to standing position, keeping your head and neck up the very last. Good. Coming up to your standing position. Feel free to keep your feet hip width, maybe together or wider, whatever's comfortable for you. As you inhale, reach your arms over your head. Grab your left wrist and lean your chest over to the right. Press your hips slightly towards the left. Keep your chin away from your chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the left. Good. Keep your right shoulder slightly open. Feeling that nice side stretch on the right side. Come back to center. Bend your elbows out wide. Slightly press your hips forward, but lift your lower back. Lift up through your chest. Gaze up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Moving through that 2 more times. Inhale, mountain pose. Elevate your arms above your head. Expand through your ribs. Exhale, side stretch to your right. Keep lengthening through both sides of your waist. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. Remember, keep breathing as slowly as you can. Feel free to take open mouth exhales. As you exhale, back bend. Open your chest. Lift your heart up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Last one. Inhale, mountain pose. Keep your front ribs in, but chest stays open. Exhale, side stretch to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Keep your legs active. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward folds. Good. Grab your block and place your block to the outside of your mat on the right side. Then step your right foot slightly out for lizard lunge. So you're going to step your left foot back. Keep both hands to the inside of your right leg. Okay, so make sure your belly fits between your legs. If you need to widen your stance, you can walk your right foot out. Then drop your left knee down. And as you rise, you're going to place your right hand on top of right knee first. Then slowly rise up. Okay, lift your frontal hip bone up. Keep lifting up through your side waist. Grab your block and place it underneath your right hand and make sure your block is right next to your right hip. From here, reach your left arm up and over. Option to keep your left elbow bent or completely straight. Play around with the different height of your block, but keep lifting up through your side waist. Lengthen your tailbone down. Open your chest, chin away from your chest, and hug your inner thighs in. Last inhale. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Plant your hands, lift your left knee. From here, point your right toe slightly out and hop your left foot to the outside of your left hand for frog pose. Keep your chest open so you're finding a slight extension through your upper back, like you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, so still opening up through your chest. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel free to drop your hands at any time. To help you breathe, maybe reach your arms over your head. Expand through your ribs. Inhale. And exhale, plant your palms. Keep your feet wide, but point your toes forward. Now grab your block and place it over to the left. Okay, so just kind of making sure the block's there. Step your right foot back into your lizard lunge. Hands underneath your shoulders. Drop your right knee. Place your left hand on top of left thigh. Inhale, slowly rise. Good. Again, lifting your left frontal hip bone, hugging your outer hips in, drawing the navel in. Left hand on top of your block. Inhale, stretch your right arm up and over your head. Lean your chest over to the left. Good. Breathe into your side body. Last inhale. Good. And as you exhale, come back to center. Drop your hands. And this time, slide your left knee back. Come to a seated position. Feel free to sit on a block or two. Sit on your heels or come into Sukhasana, cross-legged. All right, yogis, let's go ahead and slow down. Closing our practice with our breathing. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Good. I want you to take a few more rounds of breath here. Notice how your breathing feels now. Your body should be pretty open. Ribs starts to expand. Lungs starts to expand. More relaxation, less tension in your neck, shoulders. Allowing more oxygen for you and your baby. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. See you guys next week. Namaste.